We go now to Robert O'Leary, the superintendent of Vandalia Butler Schools, also here in the Miami Valley. Mr. Superintendent, how are you doing?
Doing very well today, Governor DeWine. How are you doing?
I'm well. I see you got the purple behind you there. We can't miss that, so it's good. Tell us a little bit about how school's going and how big is your district? How many students in K through 12?
So we're about 3,000 students in our district. So things are going very well. And to start, again, thank you. It's an honor to be a guest on today's press conference. So I don't disappoint my team here in Vandalia Butler City Schools and my colleagues in Montgomery County, the superintendents, and some colleagues across the state. I like to start off all of my Zoom meetings putting on a different type of PPE here today. So
wow. Got
to make sure that I don't disappoint. I do most of the Zoom meetings with that on, at least to start. So
is there a story? Is there more of a story behind that, or is that just your?
There actually is. There's two levels to this. One, every year except for this year, we start off. Well, we did it this year just in a different way, but we start off our opening day with staff with a costume theme. And 2 years ago, we did your favorite superhero. So I chose Captain America, and then actually, ironically, during the quarantine and shutdown, without all the evening events and a little more time with the family, we decided to watch the entire Avengers movies in the order in which the story goes, which was enlightening and very fun to do. So
that's great. That's great. Well, tell us how you're doing and what's going on in school.
So we're doing very well. We started. We completed 3 weeks on Friday. We chose in person based off of feedback that we had from our parents. About 84% of our parents chose the in-person model, and 16% chose an all online or remote option. So things are going very well with the in-person delivery. We have a couple hiccups and kinks to work through on our online delivery, but we're working diligently on that. It's like we've said in different conversations with staff and parents. We've been educating students in this community since 1807 in person, and even that we change year to year. So we've been doing this online remote program for a little more than 2 weeks, and so we need a little more time to adjust and tweak and make that better. But we continue to work hard on that. But the start of the school year, feedback that we've had from teachers who've been here for years. I know there was apprehension from some to begin the year. Lots of different protocols and processes in place. But one quote from a teacher with almost 20 years experience said that it was her best first day of school she's ever had. So
wow.
We're off to a great start.
Well, that's great. So we always try to look for different things, any unique things that you may have come up with. You want to tell us about anything you're doing that you're particularly excited about? Keep kids safe?
Well, yeah, similar to Tim with the outdoor thought. In July, I received an email from a grandparent in the district who's also a doctor. And in the email, she attached an article. And at the end of the article, there was kind of a little story about during the tuberculosis pandemic, how some schools and some cities use the concept of using tents for outdoor classrooms. So that was pretty early in July. So we kind of put that one on the shelf as we were continuing our planning and getting feedback from staff and parents on the delivery models. But that's something that we ended up moving forward with. In fact, I reached out to a tent vendor, a party tent vendor, and we've rented 4 30 by 60 outdoor tents. So that's an additional 1,800 square feet of flexible space for our 2 elementaries that serve kindergarten through 3rd grade, our 4th and 5th grade building, and our middle school that serves 6th through 8th. We chose not to do it at the high school because the high school has more space and some bigger areas where we were better able to space students out. So we work closely with our city of Vandalia, the township, Montgomery County on the permit process because there's obviously permits and safety things we have to consider as we installed those. But as our community always does, they rally around us and support us, and we moved through that pretty quickly. And a couple days after the first day of school, we had those tents put up. So across the district, I've seen a multiple disability classroom at our 4th and 5th grade building utilize the tent for outdoor learning space. I've seen our middle school utilize it for band, where we were able to be outside and space people out. And both our elementaries have utilized that as well for outdoor and extended learning spaces and flexible spaces. So our Morton middle school principal even used the tent yesterday for a staff meeting. The weather was beautiful, and they took advantage of the beautiful weather to get outside in space and have a staff meeting. So some really good stuff going along that way. Some other things that we've done, one of my elementary buildings, Demet, the principal and PE teacher, divided the playground into quadrants to kind of use as a concept for creating a little bit of a bubble with our individual classrooms and visually allowing them to see spaces, again, for them to move freely but also keep distance. One of the other elementary, Helke, is they can't do their typical pumpkin patch field trip this year, so we're bringing the pumpkin patch to Helke and going to allow students to individually go out and pick their pumpkin for the fall. So just, across the board doing some really neat and innovative things. And as I said earlier, our high school is doing a great job of just utilizing the spaces that are available to them to space students out.
Well, that's great. Very innovative, spreading people out, putting them outside, and doing different things. So thank you very much for that report, and good luck to team at Vandalia Butler and all the people that work there and all the students. And we hope you continue to have a good year. And thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to Skype in and tell us about it.
I appreciate the opportunity. I'd be remiss to not thank Premier Health, our medical partners there, Premier and Dr. Allen, for all the support that they've given us in helping us develop plans and work through situations, as well as the health department as we continue to implement the processes and procedures and the guidelines.
Great. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Very, very much.